One of the premiere releases of the revived Anchor Bay Entertainment is the Blu-ray edition of Sean Whalen's Crust. You might not know the name Sean Whalen, but you almost definitely know the face. One of the biggest roles he's known for earlier on. I mean, the man works nonstop, but one of the earlier things he did that a lot of people might remember is Wes Craven's The People Under the Stairs. He was in that famous Got Milk commercial, the Aaron Burr commercial of for Got Milk, National Milk Board, whatever that was. And he made a movie. He's made a lot of stuff, but this is a feature film being released from 2024 on the Anchor Bay label. It co-stars Daniel Roebuck, you would know from a million things, Rebekah Kennedy, Felissa Rose from Sleepaway Camp, and Alan Ruck from Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and many, many other things. And it's a quirky little cult comedy horror flick. It's an odd one, but certainly I'm sure has and will find an audience. Basically, the guy goes a little something like this. Sean Whalen plays a former child star, co-star with Alan Ruck on a TV sitcom, who his life has hit hard times. He runs a laundromat. He lives behind the washers and dryers in the back room. His co-owner is the alcoholic Daniel Roebuck, who just kind of comes in and is kind of obnoxious most of the time. And he has oddball customers, and he just hates his life. Into his life comes a young lady who cares for him, portrayed by Rebekah Kennedy, and they set off on an uneasy romance. And thwarting that impending bliss, some doofuses come in one night, some TikTokers come in one night, and they're loaded, and they catch him on video doing something very private. He's having a private moment, taking care of a little business. And they put it online, it goes viral, and suddenly there is a media sensation around this man who does not want to be in the public eye anymore. Introduce into that scenario a sentient pile of socks that kills people. The titular Crust, pile of old crusty socks, starts murdering people who he doesn't care for. That's the basic premise of the film. Into that is interjected the desire of his former TV co-star, portrayed by Alan Ruck, to do a revival or a new reality show or something to revive that old TV show that they were on many years ago, which is still remembered fondly by a lot of people. So this film kind of skewers celebrity and media and nostalgia and a lot of other things. And it's kind of a horror movie, and it's very much a comedy, and it's just strange and dark and gruesome at times and very, very unique. Personally, I didn't love it. I thought it was interesting. It's nice to see a character actor star in his own feature that he co-wrote, produced, directed, and stars in. It just wasn't for me, but I can see this as being for a lot of people. It's presented in English with SDH subtitles and Spanish subtitles. It's in black and white, as I may have mentioned. It's got extras. There's a commentary, very active commentary. It's not a play-by-play. It's not a sit back and be quiet and only talk once in a while. It's a very active commentary letting you know every little thing about the film by Sean Whalen. There are 2 short films by Sean Whalen. Dorothy, 50 years later, it's 2.5 minutes, and it's basically Whalen in drag, also in black and white, as a smoking, drinking, swearing Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz. There is Dorothy 2, The Bump and Run, which co-stars Dan Roebuck, also directed by Dan Roebuck, which is 7 minutes, and it's sort of a continuation of the themes of that first short. And then there is a Q&A from the Crust premiere with Whalen and his cast, and that's 24 minutes. And so it wasn't a film really, not really a film for me, but if you like trauma films, if you like indie films, if you like cult movies, Crust probably is your bag. Available now on Blu-ray from Anchor Bay Entertainment.